Nadszedł czas zmiany, przejścia do prawdziwego działania wszechświata. I nadszedł czas, aby zrozumieć, że używamy stanu materii, by osiągnąć poziom zrozumienia duszy człowieka. Teraz rozumiesz, być może, dlaczego Kreator wysłał swoich posłańców w imię tego, co miałeś. To oni przynoszą uszy, aby można było ich użyć, gdy nadejdzie czas Mesjasza. Mogę nauczyć duszę i przesłanie. Nie by się przeciwstawiać, ale poprzez ich zrozumienie, przez tych, którzy stali się Mesjaszami, aby dawać ze swoich dusz, aby ich elewować. Zadanie stało się łatwe. Szkoła jest tutaj i uczniowie są tutaj w oddaniu. Wtedy nie będzie żadnej walki między tym, co nazywają muzułmanami a chrześcijanami. Baranek i lew będą jeść i spać w tym samym gnieździe. Chrześcijanie i muzułmanie będą spać i modlić się w meczecie, w tym samym kościele, w imię ich dusz, nie w imię religii, które są używane do tworzenia tak wielu konfliktów, dla korzyści tych, którzy byli hiperaktywnymi dziećmi. Nadszedł czas, czas zmian jest tutaj. I jak powiedziałem, moje życzenie jest moim rozkazem. Jeśli pragniesz ujrzeć pokój, droga pokoju jest wyłożona bardzo wyraźnie. To dusza świadomości zbiorowej. Poprzez dawanie stworzy tą pozycję zmiany. Nic innego. W duszy człowieka nie ma długopisu. Jestem pewien, że po wejściu do społeczności uniwersalnej nigdy nie zobaczysz niczego zapisanego, ale równowagę pól duszy egzystencji. Staraj się być na tyle pokornym, aby nie stać się aroganckim w mocy, którą zrozumiałeś i posiadłeś. Inaczej wpadniesz w tą samą ścieżkę kościoła i meczetu. To jest to, co obiecaliśmy i to właśnie dostarczyliśmy. Musimy zrozumieć działanie duszy. I musimy zrozumieć, że dusza człowieka jest gwiazdą w kosmosie wszechświata. Jeśli porównamy duszę człowieka i tak wielu nas, 7 miliardów w jednym zbiorze, Ziemia jest jak galaktyka z tak wieloma gwiazdami. Kiedy patrzymy w głąb wszechświata, widzimy galaktyki z setkami milionów gwiazd. Podobnie jest z planetą Ziemią. Niesie 7 miliardów pięknych gwiazd, które są duszą człowieka. Niesie z sobą duszę tak wielu trylionów zwierząt, roślin i wszystkiego innego. Jeśli więc patrzą ci, którzy nie widzą fizyczności Ziemi i jej zawartości, co widzą? Widzą galaktykę z wielką ilością pięknych, świecących świateł. Każda według swojej siły. Każda zgodnie ze swoją pozycją. Niemowlę ma piękną duszę, podobnie jak staruszek. Dla tych niefizycznych, którzy nie widzą fizycznego wymiaru tej planety, ale widzą siłę pola, jesteśmy gromadami gwiazd. Ludzka rasa, każda pojedyncza dusza, nikt z daleka nie widzi. To jest dusza rybaka, to jest dusza kosmologa, to jest dusza prezydenta. Wszystkie świecą bez względu na fizyczność. To jest magia. Oto, co nowa nauka musi przynieść człowiekowi. Kiedy patrzymy przez naszą duszę, widzimy tylko gwiazdy w innych duszach. I to jest przełom. To jest zrozumienie. Na tym właśnie polegają te wszystkie nauki. Dojście do dojrzałości następnego poziomu, aby zrozumieć daleki kosmos. Wszechświat jest ostrygą dla tych dusz, które służą. Wtedy człowiek jest gotowy do wejścia w kosmos. Wtedy człowiek jest gotowy, aby stać się częścią uniwersalnej społeczności, która została obiecana. Nigdy nie obiecywałem wam nieba. Zawsze obiecywałem wam elewację człowieka, aby przyłączył się do rodziny. A teraz macie klucz. To wy musicie otworzyć drzwi, aby zrozumieć, że mogę elewować duszę tych ludzi lub milionów innych dusz, że fizyczne życie na tej planecie zmieni się. Wtedy jestem godny bycia częścią społeczności uniwersalnej, by być, aby służyć, aby się rozwijać, by być tam, aby być częścią, że w cyklu życia wszechświata staje się w byciu częścią, staje się częścią totalności. Kiedy człowiek osiągnie ten punkt, pojawi się nowy wymiar w sile duszy człowieka, który jest poza wyobrażeniem zrozumienia życia fizycznego. To jest brama do otwarcia nowego życia w nowym wymiarze, co jest poza wyobrażeniem tego, co mogliście nazwać nowym początkiem, nowym cyklem, gdzie ten cykl niesie ze sobą źródło stworzenia życia we wszechświecie i unikosie. To jest elewacja duszy, aby służyć. Stała się kluczem. Nie tron życia fizycznego. Czas jest odpowiedni. Nadszedł czas, aby człowiek przeszedł przez ten proces.
Witamy wszystkich na kolejnych warsztatach 291. Poszukiwacze wiedzy w języku polskim. Dzisiaj mamy niedzielę, 8 września 2019 roku i tematem jest kontynuacja 291 warsztatu poszukiwaczy wiedzy. Jest to czas od 36 minut do godziny 55 minut. I jak zwykle po tym podzielimy się swoim zrozumieniem. Tak więc zapraszam do wysłuchania, obejrzenia.
Or did man not understood that it's the soul of the man which creates what he needs at the point of inception and demand, and at the point of the pleasure of the giving confirmation of his existence by creating other dimensions. Then is the boat of Noah the same as the rib of the Adam in creating Eve. Has the man not understood the totality of the truth, and he had to be put in different languages for him to become mature to understand what is missed, but he still missed because he never understood. It wasn't physical terminology, It was a confirmation of manifesting anything you want from the strength of your soul, even being a partner, something to confirm you can love and can love you back. Isn't this the same as calling the man the creator and the Eve, the man, as subject? To confirm his love for the creator, and the creator to show his love by creating the man, to confirm the confirmation of the existence of life in the universe. Which part of the history of the universe we haven't understood, and we have translated it into the knowledge of our own understanding, because that's how much we could understand. Then the truth about the bottom know-how does not exist, does it? It's the soul of the man who understands he can create what he needs as long as it's just and correct, and he applies, and he can live within the existence of the environment of the given time and space in confirmation of the manifestation. I cannot take elephants to the moon, and I assure you there are no horses in planet Zeus. But on this planet, it can confirm and conform to the physicality of the life and the strength of the field of the universe. How can I put this knowledge on the board and write it that you can measure it and you can develop it and make a reactor and fly with it? If you haven't understood the strength of your own soul, how can I explain to you the beauty of the creation when you are blind to it? How can I explain to you, describe to you the smell of the rose when you have no sense of the smell? How can I show the beauty of the Creator when you do not even understand what is to be created, the establishment of the soul of the man himself? Then you say, do not speak about the soul. It means you have not even understood about your own creation. Denying one existence is denying the totality of the existence, even in the matter state of life of the man. There is no theology. This is the truth about the life of the man in space. But you have to understand what condition that the space gives you, that you can conform and confirm your existence within it. What do I need? How would my soul react to this new frequency of matter state on the planet, that I can manifest myself in that dimension of physicality? There is no frequency. It's a lot of frequency in the work of the beautiful man like Tesla. When he enters in a matter state to confirm the energies of the universe, but in the dimension of the interaction of the fields to confirm the dimension of physicality. If you ask yourself why there is no frequency, why there is no what we call sinusoidal waves in the universe, because in the universe there is no cutting trying to get through. You accommodate. Accommodation does not have the need to find, to resist, to overcome. A frequency, a vibration comes when you have to drill yourself way through it, atomic structure or mass plasmatic fields of the matter state, in a compactness of the fields of the universe. what I call is a pneumatic drill of the sounds and the waves. I wiggle and wriggle to get through it. Where in the world of the universe, in a plasma condition, you float across, no resistance. I accommodate that you don't need to sacrifice, you don't need to lose. What I give to you is your gravity, and what you give to me from you is magnetic. And I take what I need, that you do not need to waste time and energy and space to get through, to get to the point of destination. Then you understand why the knowledge of what you call direct or DC current comes into operation, as the plasma has no frequency. Maybe those of you who are knowledge seekers will understand more in the new dimension of life. As I said, we enter a new era in the world of the science and technology, because we covered everything and we gave man everything he wanted to see in the dimension of matter state. As I explained, in the coming time, in conferences one after another, we unravel and show totally new technology, which is the real space technology. And don't come in and expect to see a flying machine. I have seen none. I've never seen souls being all gathered in one spaceship. Then you can put the whole of the soul of the universe in one spaceship. It needs the man of wisdom. It needs the man of understanding the truth when you come to these, what we call workshops, to these conferences. These are the conferences to open the eye of the governments into what is to come and what it needs to be done. What is on the horizon for the world of science? In what level, in what strength, in what dimension you want me to manifest. In some of the workshops, you might see the soul of the, what we call citizens of the universe. We can create that condition. We have the knowledge. If you remember, I referred to this 2-3 years ago. We can make a fish tank, and in this fish tank create a condition that we create the fields that it suits the souls of those who are of the different strength than the man. In some of these workshops, you might see the fish tank time. In some of these workshops, you might see new technologies in understanding the changes in the dimension of the physical man, in understanding what it means to be with a man of a space without dimension. Do I see my own soul within the confinement of the fish tank? And what does it stand in as the presence of me in physical dimension outside? I was told by one of the Iranian groups, you have to show magic in your one of things, then we believe. The magician was Christ. He rose a dead man. The new science has no magic. It needs the understanding and insight of the totality of the knowledge. Then the magician will be you and not me. I can create a condition that many people see the soul, but if you are ignorant to it, nothing is happening there. They must be crazy. But in fact, your soul has not matured of the extension in the strength of the life of the man. One of the most powerful presentations will come when you present your soul in these conferences, not for us to manifest the soul for you. Detachment through understanding of the knowledge is the cornerstones of the new technology in entering the universal community and nothing else. Don't come to be expect to see a GANS machine or something else. Don't turn up because you'll be disappointed. World leaders and the governments will be shown we have planned for them to create the condition which we want, not what mankind has dictated on himself. As I said, there shall be no war because we have decided. It's our decision, it's our wish, and our wish is command. We command it to be correct, and from now on, mankind will take that path. Because you become aware of your true existence and not in the dimension of physicality. I was told in communication with Iranians that the Iranian officials and the rest consider me as a Mahdi. Mahdi, soul of the man has no meaning. He understands the truth and it lives within the dimension of the truth. We are not Mahdi to one and Messiah to the other. We are the Mahdi and Messiah to our own soul in the dimension of existence and understanding the work of the universe. We teach, and it's for the man to understand. We bend to no government, and we accept no conditions except ours, which is peace. And in understanding the new technology, we bring wealth of the knowledge, not wealth of the pocket, because when you have the knowledge of the universe, you don't need a pocket. The universe is your oyster and your pocket. It takes time for man to understand it, but once he understands it, once he sees it with clarity of the soul, man will take to the next dimension. But you have to understand what field creates me, not I'm here, what field I create. Mankind has to go into the essence of the fields of the universe which leads to his creation. And then through that path, he'll find a way to the direction of the Creator who led to his creation. In the new technology, we show the path to the Creator. We show the ways, and you cannot build a system to replicate it. You have to understand it through the work of the soul of the man. In the work of the universe, there are no kings and there are no presidents. The king is the soul of the man. And president presents himself at the point of manifestation through himself. through the conformation and interaction with the physical dimension of the fields of the universe at the point of the time and the space. Try to understand more and more about the field interaction of your physical dimension and the environment of your body. Go a step beyond in just feeling the temperature and the heat. Try to feel the soul of the planet. Try to feel the soul of your friend, your child, that you don't need the dimension of physicality. The famous song says, I am who I am. Nothing else, nothing more. I cannot make something from you and for you if you are not aware and in a way knowledgeable about your own essence of existence. As I said in many teachings, if the sun in interaction with its own fields creates the moon and the earth and the Mars, so is the soul of the man in interaction with the fields of his environment and creates the liver, the lung, and the physicality of the man. It's us who has to understand this and nothing else. We are blind to the truth, and in that process we have become blind to our own existence. How do I measure the field of my soul? Have you ever said to someone, I love you? Has that word had a meaning that confirmed your existence? Then you have understood the strength of your soul. Have you ever held one to kiss, one to touch, one to smell, and one to transfer the whole of your existence through? Then you have understood the dimension of the physicality of your soul. I love you very much. I adore you. What does that mean? It means I give every soul of my cell, of the body, in the dimension of the soul to you, that I can feel every cell of you, that you can take what you need from me. And this is exactly what the Creator does with the man and the rest of the universe. I give for what I have in totality, and no more that I have I cannot give. And then, what is the totality? Is this what I carry? Or is it what I can take from the fields of the universe which are available to make it available to you, that you elevate higher than me, that you can absorb more at a higher strength, that you reach a higher level? What does it mean? We give more to our children, that they live a better life than us, and we tell them we love you. I love you, my child. It's the same when we love a person. And it's the same with the love of God and the Creator. But how do we tap into? How do we get this understanding is for man to understand the truth. Then you understand why, as I said before, we have said the company and the matter state is in the hand of those who want to be in business, because our business is the world of creation and the mission of the soul of the man. Those are who are happy with companies and setting up fund, confirm the for those who are physical to confirm their existence. We set the scene. It's for the man to choose which scene he wants. Do not lie, as we see the lie through soul of the man, and the physicality has to stay ashamed. Nothing is hidden. It's our grace that we keep our silence, not your cleverness of silence and cheat and deception. Nothing is hidden when you walk through the soul, but a lot needs to be taken, and be graceful not to put it right in the face of the people that I see the truth. It's for you to live with your own shameless behavior, because that's what it is, not for me. My silence is my grace, not my weakness. And it's the same when you become the man of the universe. But again, you ask, how do I find my soul? If you have to look to find your soul, it means you have not even understood about the soul. You haven't understood about the sun, the creator of the creation of your life. You haven't understood about the center of galaxy, which gave life to you as the center of the sun to be the center of the soul of the man. And then the same as he gave the light, the strength from the soul of the center of the universe, and the center of the universe gets its light from the center of the soul of the creator. Then, is it a reflection, or is it part of? Nothing reflects, it's part of. So in reality, our soul is part of the soul of the creator in the totality of the dimension of the creation. No one has put mirror in the universe to reflect its light. We have become part of it in different strength at this point. Then there comes another point. Are the creatures who live in the bigger dimension, like space of the universe? Yes, they do. But for man is to see. Are we part of their organs? Maybe. But in a way, we are an organ and part of ourselves. How can it be any different? The limitation of understanding and accepting the truth, it depends on the strength of what we call the knowledge of the man and the truth, and nothing else. As I said, people will take from this technology according to their intelligence, which means according to the openness of the soul of the man, how to translate this knowledge, how to translate this understanding that I can move to the next dimension. Or have we got the dogma of when the man creates the first car, if you go faster than 25 miles, your brain comes out and your ears will bleed and you die. So many of us who travel not on the donkey and the cars of this planet must all be dead, according to those who existed in 18th, 19th century. But interesting enough, as I said in one of my teachings, if they said, if you go faster than 25 miles an hour, your brain comes out, did anybody look up into the sky and see how fast the birds fly? Did their brain come out? Or was this a fallacy of a man who never understood the totality of the truth? And now we have the same problem in the next dimension about the existence of the soul of the man. And once you understand it, you can explain it to, and you can transfer the knowledge to, you become Mahdi, Messiah, and the rest. Process of the transformation of the man to become man of universe has started. It now depends on how many men are ready to move from the village of the earth in a different ways, and not by weapons and rockets, and maybe very soon through the spaceships. And if you need that spaceship, call Tehran. The Iranian leadership will give you one. We have to move into the next step, and in totally understanding it is the function of the soul of the man for us to understand also. And if you're still in the same habit of the old time, you become the new French business. We are making weapons for moon. Now you understand why I say we have to change the man on this planet before we take him out. They can't get there, now they're trying to weaponize it. And the moon is a speck of dust in the dimension of the universe. In a recent picture released in the meeting of the French President, our minister, you see a strange man sitting next to a man of Christianity, sitting next to the Iranian foreign minister. Has the clergy entered the dimension of the soul of the man? Or still tampering with the physicality in trapping man in another dimension of the physical war? Just look at the picture when you see where Mr. Nazif sits, and of course immediately on his left hand side, a Christian in a religions gathering together because they know their time has come, trying to fiddle and fix the dimension of physicality of governing when there is no governance. Now the soul of the man will govern. How do we tap into these dimensions? How do we choose the strength? Mankind has been too kind to himself, to fool itself, to spend more time in the dimension of physicality, because, as I said many times, we came here to have the pleasures of physicality, the beauty of existence. the smell, the touch, the sight. Now, can I feel and smell and touch with my soul than my physicality? And what would I smell? Which perfume does the soul of the man uses? And which dress does it wear to cover the deception of the physicality? As I said, there is no board for me to write, to pass this knowledge. It's for man to write with the pen of his soul and understand it on the board of the dimension of physicality of his own soul, the truth about existence, and take flight in a path of what we call the soul of existence. And then there's one question. If this universe is made to contain the soul of the man, the soul of the created things, what soul does it contain this universe? If there's a containment, there must be an environment for it. Then what is that environment? What is that dimension of the strength? In the books, I have explained it as unicos, the totality of the cells, the containment of all these universes. But is the term unicos in totality is the embodiment of the Creator? Is it the interaction of the soul of the Creator with the dimension of soul of his physicality that each universe become a cell in the structure of the physical body of the Creator? Then you understand how feeble man is and what is the mankind fighting to be a dust of the dust of the dust of the dust. That is not even a dust. How can I write this? And how can I show it on a piece of paper or on a board? We are not theologists. We understand the essence and the process of the creation. Theology is for those who try to fool the man to control the soul of the man. We free the soul of the man from the shackles of abuse. If the man decides to terminate with the dimension of physicality of his own, does not need to come at the point of death. And then, as I said very recently to a friend of mine, if mankind understands that he cannot contain the physicality of the man, what's the use of building the prisons? Who are you going to keeping there when all the prisoners know how to move their soul? Or does the mankind move to the next step of creating a prison for the soul of man? The churches and the religious leaders done that for centuries and so on. Then we have to teach the man never get into the prison in a physical structure, or prison is soul with what we call control of the others. This is what I said in many of my teachings. When we take the man to the universal community, not everyone here see and shows you a magic, as I was asked by the Iranian authorities to show a magic that they believe in, then it becomes a new religion and a new prophet. I have to show a magic that I'll be accepted as Mahdi. I am, and there is no way I'll confirm with the knowledge and science, and that's my magic, and that's the totality of the truth. Let my students show the magic. We have to understand the totality. We have to understand the reality of our own existence. Then no one can fool you, and no one can make a Mahdi or Messiah out of you. All souls are equal in the dimension of the creation. As I said, they have made magicians out of the prophets and messengers. Not this one. Any questions?
Thank you, Mr. Keshe. There was a question in the YouTube from Stephen who said, Mr. Keshe, can you please tell how Jesus opened the way for us all? I know it's a hard and big question, but if you can explain, it might help. Did he take on the planet and comet from the soul?
Can you repeat that, please, again?
Okay, Stephen says, Mr. Keshe, can you please tell how Jesus opened the way for us all? I know it's a hard and big question, but if you can explain, it might help. Did he take on the planet and comet from the soul?
If you understood the teaching of today, I think you should have understood.
That was a question from earlier, so I think you did tend to answer that one. as well as the next question from Chris, who says, yeah, you are telling us what is latent in man, a potential of endless existence. Can you tell us why man profoundly is unaware of this potential? What is the hindrance or blockage that prevents man from entering this dimension, even though it is the foundation of man's life? And again, I think you answered that well.
If you think of it the other way, you sit in the train and there is a lot of noise, background noise. The train running down the track, whatever. The people who speak around you in the train, the air conditioning, the hostess who passes you and offers you a drink or sells something, children running around the train, but you are on the telephone line trying to speak and tell your lover how much you love her. Is your body, your hearing, your essence of existence listens to all those noises when you're confirming your existence to your partner? Or you have blinded yourself to it? You have blanked everything out because that's all you care, to tell a lover how much you love her. Doesn't matter what behind. And this is exactly where the man and the behavior of man. Man has chosen to ignore. But the work of the universe, the work of the soul of the universe carries on. We have chosen to stick to the dimension of physicality. Even the noise of the existence of the universe carries on outside it. We are that passenger in that train. We have chosen to ignore, to blank out the noise of the universe, the confirmation of the existence of the beauty of the fields outside the train, and how fast it goes, and what a beautiful person sits next to you, or what a nice food is offered. It all doesn't matter. As long as you can confirm to your lover you exist. And that's what man has done with his physicality. Doesn't mean that the rest doesn't exist. He has chosen to ignore the noise, the voice, the call of the Creator. You sit there, and the Tanai goes, you arrived at the station where you wanted, but you're so busy telling your lover how much you love her that you missed the train, and you missed the station, and you're back on the train of life. You didn't get off, but you arrived at the station. And man has arrived at the station to understand the truth in the dimension of the existence. We chose to become physical and to value that physicality. As I said many times, Caroline asked me, why have you come here? I said, there's so much beauty in physicality. We want to taste it. We want to feel it, that we understand why man is attached to it so much that we can salvage, find the salvation for mankind. The scent of life. the essence of creation, the dimension of physicality, that it gets man's soul tied up to be attached to it, to pay for it, to breathe one more breath. I give everything I have. I want to live 1 hour more, 1 day more, to suffer more. What is with this dimension of physicality? We had to understand. And now we do. And it's nothing but a mirage. As I said, I love you very much. Which means I give from the soul of me, my existence, for your soul to elevate beyond me. Not to be equal with me. Otherwise, it's the selfishness of existence. Any other question?
There was a question from Doug earlier in the chat. He says, doesn't DC also contain AC within itself to manifest when needed or desired, to be able to interact with the environment wherever we may be?
Then does the AC lives within DC? Depends where you want to get off. Where you want to get off, you create a break and a vibration, and that's your dimension of physicality. As I said many times, you all go to the shop and buy a 9-volt battery DC. And I said, how many times, how many of you have measured it? There is an AC in there too. Without the AC, DC does not exist, and without the AC, DC doesn't exist. And I don't mean AC, DC in the Canadian meaning, if you know what I mean. We have to understand to exist in both dimensions. And we have to interpret what it means for us at the point of manifestation. But do we have the ability to live in both dimensions, or both dimensions exist within us the whole time?
Rene asks, can you point out the difference between thinking and knowing? And he goes on, because I think that if we want to reach a higher level of knowledge, we should stop thinking with the brain, because the brain is the box where we are stuck. Regards from Austria.
So let the brain go. And see if we can reach the soul of them.
Is that part of the idea of detachment that you brought up earlier?
It is, when you understand you are the creator of what it needs to be created. So you become detached because there's no attachment. I can have it when I want. Why should I carry it? I told you when we get to this point that we set up all the business of the Keshe Foundation and the method dimension of physicality with the companies and the rest. So we have nothing to do with that anymore. So the education becomes very, 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 very one-sided towards the elevation of the understanding of the totality, because I cannot sell anything to your soul. But I can educate you how to find your soul. How to, not to find, but to understand its existence. Then I have to manufacture a machine, I call it a soul finder. Then we are back in the matter state.
We have quite a long list of questions from Farid in the Q&A in the Zoom here, who says, I'd like to thank you for what you do for humanity and would like to say that I love you from the very heart. I have some questions I would be very happy if you can answer. But there's a list of 9 questions, and some of them are in multiple parts. So I'm not sure how you want to address that, Mr. Keshe.
Take one and we answer one, otherwise we'll be here for centuries.
Right, okay. Well, we can start with the first one, I guess. What happens to the souls of plants and animals after death? Do they first have to become humans in order to return to God?
What happens to the soul of the man? Does he become a cat or a tree? Then the answer is the same. When a soul is created and leaves the what we call the cradle of life, where it was established, is what we call foot free and can fancy anybody wants to. But you have to understand that, go back to the original teachings. A soul has both to give and to receive. And when you free this bird from his cage, he has to find his position in respect to what has created it. Would the soul of an ant will reach to the level that will be in the universe closer to the soul of the creator, and soul of the man who lives this dimension moves because of his misconduct and what is given from his life in damaging whatever, moves further from the soul of the creator in another dimension than the universe. And then when he arrives in that position, isn't the position which dictates his condition of his physicality? If it decides to manifest itself, then do we have one universe for all the ants which are created on this planet? Or is there one universe which only accommodates man's soul? hello boy, what time, when have you been on Earth? You know, I've been there centuries, so and so. Now which planet and which galaxy you have created? This was part of deliberate teachings that we thought these so clearly, that all these ambiguities at the end, when you touch and teach this part of technology, is fully understood in the composition of the knowledge and understanding of the totality of the knowledge of passives. Any other question?
I'll remind the attendees they can put their virtual hand up and we can allow you to speak. Whereas the panelists can open the microphone and ask a question if you like.
There is a lot of soul searching going on.
You can hear it. You can hear the friction of the souls.
Does he have a frequency?
So, go ahead, sorry.
Carry on.
Well, you mentioned on that topic of frequencies and the idea of souls. Now, all souls are one, but at the same time individualized through the physicality. So in a way, it's a different vibration for each one, but it's not really a frequency. Maybe it's more like a flavor or color or something like that. Maybe it can't be described in terms of our senses. But we know the difference between souls. I think we do, generally speaking. As far as, we make a distinction between the soul of a cat, the soul of a stone, the soul of a human. Yet you say they're the same, but at the same time they're different flavors. It's kind of like ice cream is all the same, but there's also hundreds of flavors. So, can you explain that a little bit?
What do you want me to explain?
Okay. When you encounter a new soul, how do you register that being with yourself? How does it vibrate with you, or how does, they used to have the saying, oh, he's got good vibes or bad vibes, or I like the vibes, I don't like the vibes, all that kind of thing. But, it's more complex.
When I stand in front of the person and I get lied to, and I see it through the soul tell me it's a lie, but I don't go back and I say you're lying because I can't see your soul. I leave it for the soul to put the physicality in the position that it shows its light. That's all you need to do. The way you create a condition to manifest your, what do you call it, your physical manifestation, is the same process. There's no difference. It's just, in a way, you see the two. And in so many ways, the body language tells you. If somebody tells you, we call it in Farsi, we have a specific word for it, we call it taro. Means, I give you a sweetie or something. No, thank you. I don't want any. No, thank you. I'm full. I don't want anything to eat. Oh yes, please have some. No, I don't want to see. But I know you haven't eaten. Your mouth smells of hunger, and you had food. Oh yeah, please have some. He takes the whole plate. Thank you very much. Do you understand? It's the same with the work of the soul, with a person. And I see it quite frequently. This is why we have, as you know now, the situation with all the Keshe foundations and all the things have over, it's gone as of we've got different dimensions. I put everything to all the members of the groups which are involved, exactly as it was. So they have to go through the same emotion as I hear from people, as from the authorities, from my partners, because I am a messenger between what's happening outside. But because I give the message as it is, I have no problem. Because if they go to the source, they get the same message. But the beauty of it is, in that process, the whole group has gone through the same emotion together. Now, when we get to the goal, and when it's there as it's been said, then the clarity of the soul is the unity of the soul comes in. And this is how it is. And you understand the whole composition. You stand in front of your boss and you haven't done what you're supposed to say. Oh, it's all finished, sir. Can I have it, please? Oh, sorry, I have one or two more lines to add to it. He knows you haven't done the job, and you put yourself in that position of testing. They're saying, a few lines left, I'll finish it by tomorrow, you can have it. Which way you lost? We keep, doesn't matter. There's sometimes a lot of pain and suffering and misunderstanding, but then why have we gone through this in that process? Why we were brought in that position to be put to learn what it is? What's the outcome of it? What's the reason of it that we've gone through this test? If you're put in a position of the test, it's different than when you put yourself in a position of test. To understand your strength, to understand your own inner being's strength. This is what I believe and what I do. As I said, now that we finish with the dimension of physicality, still have to carry on a little bit more too. Mankind keeps busy with his own dimension of physicality. The teachings will move very fast in a very specific direction that you all will understand very soon. Just be careful. The oven is getting very hot. The heat is understanding the existence of your own soul and nothing else. Unless you want me, as I said, to make you a soul machine.
Good day, Mr. Keshe.
But they tell them,
Mr. Keshe, if I have a reactor of star formation of 4 reactors, I have established in the middle the free plasma of the 4. If I bring 5th reactor in the top, I will elevate this free plasma to the 4th one.
who says? You might even lower it or push it outside. Have you ever tried it? I have.
Yeah, you tried it and you achieved that the free plasma cover up the 4th one.
No. The free plasma to be outside the dimension of the 4-star formation. The star formation is there, but the soul of it is outside. And
Yeah.
then, but I don't need to move it to the 4th one, do I? I can move it down to the 3rd one or one of the 3.
I want to compare.
Why do you want the soul in the 4th one? It already has a soul.
I want to compare it with the body of the man.
Yeah.
Let's go with this one first. When I achieve this star formation of 4 and put 5th one, I will have interaction between the 5th and the whole 4. So I create another free plasma. And this one will cover up a space between in the space of the reactor. In the body of the man, I have the same reactor. To achieve communication between the soul of the man and soul of physicality. Do I do the same step? That means I will create a free, there is a free plasma, as you said, but the communication, the connection, I establish it when I understand that the soul of the man is little bit above of the head of the man. In this case, do I bring the soul down that I see the light in the head, or I elevate the soul of the man that it goes a little bit above to connect with the soul? Do you understand that?
Yeah.
Good, because I didn't.
I'm trying to comprehend how you want to connect the two.
Can I annotate? Yeah, I cannot. I cannot annotate, Rick.
Rick, can you help him, please?
Yeah, I'm just trying to work that out here. Just bring you in as a panelist there, Jalal, and I think you can annotate now.
Yes, thank you, Rick. Mr. Cash, in the I bring again this reactor formation of the star formation. And from the teaching, we know there is a free plasma here. When I put a fifth reactor here, what I done? I achieve elevation of this one to be here, to encapsulate this reactor. And the body of the man, I have the same thing. I have the star formation. Let's take it from here. And the emotion side, leave the physicality. It's no problem. And from the teaching, I know the soul is here. So this is the free plasma of physicality.
Why did you put your soul above your head?
Because it is. This is the field of the whole universe.
Oh, go back to studying. Rick, give him some of the teachings, please. You got to listen. Your soul is in the center of your brain, not above you.
I know this one here.
Yeah. So why do you put it above you? Whatever is outside the physical body of the man is part of universal field. Doesn't matter if you're in the earth atmosphere or on the moon. And so your soul never changes its position unless you allow it or conditions created for it to be. So it never moves above your head. in a normal condition of life. You can move it out, but then you're aware of the dimension of physicality and existence. If you haven't managed to understand how to carry the fields of the souls of your physicality. We do that when we sleep.
Yeah, I was going to mention that that's what we would do when we sleep, and you've talked about that before due to the orientation of the way the rest of the body is in relation to the head and so on. So Jalal, are you suggesting what Mr. Keshe is talking about, which is the deliberate repositioning of this seat of the soul, you might say, outside of the physicality, while in the what we call our daytime consciousness or a vertical position, not in sleep?
Or I make an environment that re-established the good connection between the two and regarding the fields of universe.
I can understand where you're coming from, and in so many ways. There is two answers to this question and the way you have put it. Are you looking to free the soul, or are you trying to get the confirmation of existence of the soul with the body of within the body of the man?
Confirmation of the existence of the soul in the body of the man, that's I am sure about, 100%.
So what are you looking for? You cannot increase the strength of your soul by eating this and that.
No,
what you eat is the dimension of the physical. How does the soul of the man breathe? Where does the heartbeat of the soul of the man come? Where is it from? What leads to its generation? Something very interesting in the world of creation of the man within the womb of the mother, and mankind have not understood. The way, as I explained in other teachings, the blood vessels around the brain of the man control and contain the amounts of the expansion of the fields of the soul of the man. Now that reign, that condition of creation of environment comes to be within the soul or confinement of the physical dimension of the womb of the mother. In a way, she gives you another skull till the soul matures within. But what difference is, why can't we stay in that environment even when we grow up? We walk around with the womb of our mother's environment. Or does it reach a point that I nourish you till the point that you know from this on, in the physical dimension, your soul is entangled with the confirmation of his existence. Then is the womb of the mother another universe, which, with creating the condition, given the condition, leads to absorb energies from the womb and environment of the life of the mother to lead to creation of the soul. And in further point, in total operation of it, leads to the organization and existence of what we call the human body. If you understood this, it would be very easy for the man to become another passenger of the universe. But this time, the womb of the mother is changed to the womb of the solar system. You have to comprehend the truth.
You know, Mr. Cash, I think the problem here in the in this whiteboard, because we used to two-dimension, and
Doesn't matter what dimensions you put to it, the fact hasn't changed.
yes, that's why we as a human we do not, we see only white and red in this drawing, but we do not know that the fields, all spectrum of fields, is covering everything.
What about with what you draw? We understand the state of the emotion of your soul.
All the spectrum of the fields is there, but we did not use to see it.
You can create a condition and planning to show it in one of the conferences if you can, where we create a condition that you can see the flight of fancy of soul of the man in leaving its containment.
Okay, Mikis, thank you very much.
Very much. As we say from now on, there's a lot of soul searching. You see, I show you a picture, then maybe we show the progress of the knowledge. If you see this picture, many of you know what they are and who they are. This is how we have created different dimensions and the strength of the soul. Those of you who notice the one right on the right hand side is the first Iranian space reactor. The blue one is the first reactor we built in Belgium, the what do you call half sphere. The two next to each other in stainless steel is a twin system of a flight system and a solar system. The white one on its own is the first double core reactor for conventional flight made in Sharif Tehran University, exactly 11 years ago. And the last one on the corner is an energy power supply system built in Belgium. But in the essence of understanding, they all have a soul. In the process of creating the condition to see we can, we have created the soul of each. Irrespective of color and size and position, they all follow the same pattern. Nothing has changed, we just changed the dress, galaxy position. And this is a very good example of the development of the knowledge in a physical dimension, understanding, creation of the soul. We call it the plasma in the center of the system. The truth hasn't changed in any of it. Do we create a soul for these systems that they find their position in respect to the planet soul, that they find what we call the flight? Do we set our systems in balance with the gravity of this planet, or in balance in truth with the position of the soul of this planet? Then it comes to the point to ask a question. Wouldn't it be easier to develop a simple system which interacts with the soul of the planet, which is singularity, than you trying to overcome all the gravity, the inertia, and everything else that is pile-loaded on top of it? Shouldn't we decide and use that finds Magra positioning with the solar planet, we find a position of the body of the man, or your spaceship. And then, how much do we in truth know about the strength of the soul of the planet? Knowledge, zero. But if you look at the construction of all of them, this is 20 years of life of a man, maybe 40 years of life of a man. Each of these reactors is 2 years, 4 years in design, development, manufacturing. Did the soul of the man go in them? Or is it to confirm the existence of soul of the planet that they can fly? They can find magnetic gravitational positioning in respect to the soul of the planet. Then it's easier to work with one field than the composition of the gases and everything else that the man has created. Any other question?
We have Mariners with their hand up here. So, Mariners, you want to go ahead?
Mamy koniec tłumaczenia. Jeśli ktoś chciałby coś dodać, to zapraszam serdecznie. Widzę, że temat jest dosyć, może nie to, że trudny, ale mamy pewnie dużo w głowie. I na dzisiejszy dzień też ciężko cokolwiek powiedzieć, bo jest dużo jakby informacji takiej, która gdzieś tam się utrwala głębiej, a cokolwiek ciężko z tego jakby jeszcze rozwinąć, wydobyć, bo wiedza jest taka bardziej dogłębna, gdzie szukamy sami jakby odpowiedzi sami w sobie, bo wiemy, że nikt nam tej odpowiedzi nie da, a jeżeli chcemy cokolwiek dodać do tego warsztatu, to w pewnej pozycji powielamy to, co zostało tu powiedziane i tak naprawdę tylko możemy dodać to z własnych doświadczeń, które doświadczamy i w pewien sposób są pewne doświadczenia w ostatnim w ostatnich dniach miałem dosyć ciekawe takie doświadczenie, gdzie uwolniłem się jakby w trakcie snu. Nie był to taki sen pełny jakby taki twardy, ale taki luźny, pół sen, pół niesen. Taki, że byłem dosyć ciekawie, jakbym wszedł w jakiś promień lotu i próbował się jakby ruszyć w tym i udało mi się jakby wydłużyć ręce, no i ten lot jakby się odbył. Nie było żadnych tam fajerwerków, czyli jakichś tam kolorów czy czegokolwiek, po prostu starałem się tylko to jakby obserwować z tego punktu. No i w pewnym czasie gdzieś znalazłem się w pozycji jakiegoś budynku wewnątrz, gdzie próbowałem jakby określić, co to jest w ogóle za budynek i w jakim jestem miejscu. Na początku wydawało mi się, że jestem u siebie gdzieś w pokoju, ale po głębszym jakby głębszej obserwacji stwierdziłem, że to w ogóle całkowicie inne pomieszczenie jest, większe i słyszałem jakichś ludzi gdzieś tam w oddali, chociaż nikogo nie widziałem. No i tyle w zasadzie, no takie ciekawe doświadczenie ostatnio, co mi się przydarzyło. No a z punktu takiego właśnie tej wiedzy, która cały czas dostarczana mi jest zewsząd, w zasadzie przez Was i tu przez Keszego w tych wykładach i nie tylko, cały czas jakby nadbudowuje to zrozumienie coraz głębsze. I czasami jest jakby tak za dużo tego i próbuję jakby tak więcej spokoju szukam tego i czasami próbuję odejść od tego, żeby już nie myśleć zbytnio, bo wiem, że czym więcej myślę, tym bardziej mam taki miszmasz, że tak powiem. No i co? I uczymy się dalej, zobaczymy, co dalej będzie. Myślę, że dla każdego też się przyda dużo jakby spokoju i odpoczynku w pewien sposób z tej fizycznego, logicznego myślenia. Tak więc zapraszam na kolejne spotkanie w czwartek i dobrej nocy życzę wszystkim. Do usłyszenia.
Nadszedł czas zmiany, przejścia do prawdziwego działania wszechświata. I nadszedł czas, aby zrozumieć, że używamy stanu materii, by osiągnąć poziom zrozumienia duszy człowieka. Teraz rozumiesz, być może, dlaczego Kreator wysłał swoich posłańców w imię tego, co miałeś. To oni przynoszą uszy, aby można było ich użyć, gdy nadejdzie czas Mesjasza. Mogę nauczyć duszę i przesłanie. nie by się przeciwstawiać, ale poprzez ich zrozumienie przez tych, którzy stali się Mesjaszami, aby dawać ze swoich dusz, aby ich elewować. Zadanie stało się łatwe. Szkoła jest tutaj i uczniowie są tutaj w oddaniu. Wtedy nie będzie żadnej walki między tym, co nazywają muzułmanami a chrześcijanami. Baranek i lew będą jeść i spać w tym samym gnieździe. Chrześcijanie i muzułmanie będą spać i modlić się w meczecie, w tym samym kościele, w imię ich dusz, nie w imię religii, które są używane do tworzenia tak wielu konfliktów, dla korzyści tych, którzy byli hiperaktywnymi dziećmi. Nadszedł czas, czas zmian jest tutaj. I jak powiedziałem, moje życzenie jest moim rozkazem. Jeśli pragniesz ujrzeć pokój, droga pokoju jest wyłożona bardzo wyraźnie. To dusza świadomości zbiorowej. Poprzez dawanie stworzy tą pozycję zmiany. Nic innego. W duszy człowieka nie ma długopisu. Jestem pewien, że po wejściu do społeczności uniwersalnej nigdy nie zobaczysz niczego zapisanego, ale równowagę pól duszy egzystencji. Staraj się być na tyle pokornym, aby nie stać się aroganckim w mocy, którą zrozumiałeś i posiadłeś. Inaczej wpadniesz w tą samą ścieżkę kościoła i meczetu. To jest to, co obiecaliśmy i to właśnie dostarczyliśmy. Musimy zrozumieć działanie duszy i musimy zrozumieć, że dusza człowieka jest gwiazdą w kosmosie wszechświata. Jeśli porównamy duszę człowieka i tak wielu nas, 7 miliardów w jednym zbiorze, Ziemia jest jak galaktyka z tak wieloma gwiazdami. Kiedy patrzymy w głąb wszechświata, widzimy galaktyki z setkami milionów gwiazd. Podobnie jest z planetą Ziemią. Niesie 7 miliardów pięknych gwiazd, które są duszą człowieka. Niesie z sobą duszę tak wielu trylionów zwierząt, roślin i wszystkiego innego. Jeśli więc patrzą ci, którzy nie widzą fizyczności Ziemi i jej zawartości, co widzą? Widzą galaktykę z wielką ilością pięknych, świecących świateł. Każda według swojej siły. Każda zgodnie ze swoją pozycją. Niemowlę ma piękną duszę, podobnie jak staruszek. Dla tych niefizycznych, którzy nie widzą fizycznego wymiaru tej planety, ale widzą siłę pola, jesteśmy gromadami gwiazd. Ludzka rasa, każda pojedyncza dusza, nikt z daleka nie widzi. To jest dusza rybaka, to jest dusza kosmologa, to jest dusza prezydenta. Wszystkie świecą bez względu na fizyczność. To jest magia. Oto, co nowa nauka musi przynieść człowiekowi. Kiedy patrzymy przez naszą duszę, widzimy tylko gwiazdy w innych duszach. I to jest przełom. To jest zrozumienie. Na tym właśnie polegają te wszystkie nauki. Dojście do dojrzałości następnego poziomu, aby zrozumieć daleki kosmos. Wszechświat jest ostrygą dla tych dusz, które służą. Wtedy człowiek jest gotowy do wejścia w kosmos. Wtedy człowiek jest gotowy, aby stać się częścią uniwersalnej społeczności, która została obiecana. Nigdy nie obiecywałem wam nieba. Zawsze obiecywałem wam elewację człowieka, aby przyłączył się do rodziny. A teraz macie klucz. To wy musicie otworzyć drzwi, aby zrozumieć, że mogę elewować duszę tych ludzi lub milionów innych dusz, że fizyczne życie na tej planecie zmieni się. Wtedy jestem godny bycia częścią społeczności uniwersalnej, by być, aby służyć, aby się rozwijać, by być tam, aby być częścią, że w cyklu życia wszechświata staje się w byciu częścią, staje się częścią totalności. Kiedy człowiek osiągnie ten punkt, pojawi się nowy wymiar w sile duszy człowieka, który jest poza wyobrażeniem zrozumienia życia fizycznego. To jest brama do otwarcia nowego życia w nowym wymiarze, co jest poza wyobrażeniem tego, co mogliście nazwać nowym początkiem, nowym cyklem, gdzie ten cykl niesie ze sobą źródło stworzenia życia we wszechświecie i unikosie. To jest elewacja duszy, aby służyć. Stała się kluczem. Nie tron życia fizycznego. Czas jest odpowiedni, nadszedł czas, aby człowiek przeszedł przez ten proces.